Well, hello, and welcome back to Pieces Pat Paints. I'm Pat. We paint pieces. We paint all sorts of pieces. We just finished a piece not too long ago. I got it over to our client. He's a very happy man. That's why we like it. That's why we want to do things. We like when the customers are happy. That makes everyone's life like 10 times easier when customers are happy. And it really doesn't matter, like, which like type of business you're in. Happy customers is the way to go. So we got a few things to kind of talk at, a little bit to do. We're gonna prep this guy today. He is from Kraken Dice, which is a company I'm pretty sure makes dice. It seems logical. My friend Dave, who has commented here with one of our old slogans from the old days, we used to have fun, make up TV commercials and stuff like that. He sent this to us, and we are going to get started on it on our 100th episode. That would be this one today. I can't believe we made it to 100. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. I don't really know what to say about it other than it's been really neat. It's been helpful to kind of keep me motivated too. When you have a show, I guess you have like a responsibility. So you kind of get up and do the thing. So like I'm back at screaming still. I'm not sure what I did, but something I did on I believe it was Friday morning. Oof, I did something really bad in my back. But I'm holding in there, and I'm here, and we're going to take a look at this guy. We're also going to take a look at our next big project, and we're going to do that. We're going to look at that one, and we're going to kind of probably won't be painting anything today, but we are going to get some stuff set up so that our lives can be easier for painting on down the road, which is what we want. Okay, so this other thing that we got, this big bad mamma jamma, is our next Elden Ring project, which is exciting. This is another really big one, and it's pretty magnificent. So this cloak, I think you can kind of see it. You can kind of see the impressions in it. So this is really fantastic. We'll be able to pull all this out and make this look great. The texture of the cloth itself, you can't. You can barely see it right there. The camera really doesn't do justice to the great texture that's on this cloth. There's a little bit of just leftover residue. That white stuff is just from when it cures the some of the residue from the resin got caught up on the cure, and that's what that is. Few little pock marks in the inside of the cloak. That's not a big deal. We've got a few breathe holes because this thing is printed. It is hollow. So that's actually good in a way. We saw that with that sword on Malekith, how heavy that sword was. So like having the lighter piece is actually kind of going to be beneficial for us. Let's see what else. Again, this is more parts of her cloak. I haven't tried to put this girl together. There's a lot of pieces to this thing. So that's obviously her bosom. That's not hard to figure out. Hey, thanks Bill, appreciate you, brother. Good to see you. So this is our next big project again. There's some stuff we're gonna have to take that off. That looks like supports. That doesn't look like anything in particular. So we'll have to take that off. She's got a really interesting head. I did look at this. So her head's actually in a few pieces. So we're gonna have to put all this together. This one's gonna take a little bit of time thinking about what we're doing. There's her hair. So that hair is gonna have to. We're gonna have to figure that out. It looks like there was probably supposed to be a post. It might still be in there. It might be underneath all that junk. There might be a post in there. So there should be a post that meets up with it. So we're going to look at that later on. There's a couple of these sword bits. I think these actually go into the base. And then her dress is actually in two pieces. She's got this big long basically just a shank. It's like she's holding just a piece of sharp metal. It's pretty crazy. You know, a little bit of armor work. She's got her boots are armored. She even got armored grippers. A little bit of some filigree on this. It looks like it may not have printed it fully right there. We might have to fake that with some paint. It's around her ankles too. Yeah, this side got it a little bit better. It's just the danger of 3D prints, you know. They kind of do that. Sometimes they don't quite. You know, it's supposed to. You don't really want that to fade down, and it doesn't. Maybe on the modeling it looked fine, but then once it printed, it didn't come out right. As you can see, there's still. I haven't even pulled all the dang pieces out of this box. There's a lot of pieces into this thing. So a little bit of work we're gonna have to do cleaning up. They left a few of these little support studs on there, so we'll have to knock some of that off and clean it. So that's a lot of work. We'll be heading into this as soon as we finish this quick piece for Monsieur Cunningham. So that's cool. That's really cool. Lots of fun. I'm really excited about that piece because I think it's gonna be as neat as the Malekith, but with even, you know, more. There's more colors and more details. So anyway, we're gonna kind of knock around on this guy a little bit. We may get to a point where we can put some paint on him, but we'll see. We'll see. First off, let's find ourselves just a touch of music to jam out to, and then we're gonna get started on working up some of these details on Pat the bartender, which is pretty hysterical. Dave and I were laughing about it probably for way too long because, you know, he's got a beard like me and everything. I'll even try and like pepper up his beard like mine just for funsies because that would be amazing. All right, a little music. Then I've got another piece I got to work on too, but I think I'm actually going to do it as like I'm just going to change this blade. I think I'm going to do it as like a how-to video because it's a standard Dungeons and Dragons piece. So it might be a good idea to do that as like a full-on video instead of these live things. I think I finally feel like I can start doing that. I'm not quite as nervous about everything as I was. I think I've gotten better at staying in frame. So I think it's just time for me to just plunge in there and make this next video. Or make an actual video that's a how-to. I got two of these Dungeons and Dragons WizKid pieces. Or no duels or whatever it is. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention to Dungeons and Dragons' premier lines and what they're called. So this one was definitely a molded plastic piece. You can always tell the molded plastic because you can find where the lines where the mold came together were, and that's kind of hard to see on these cameras, but there's a little line, and you'll if you look close enough when you get your minis, you'll be able to kind of find it. And a lot of times the best thing to do is just come through with your hobby knife and scrape a little bit of that away before you prime it. Sometimes you can get away with just scraping it. Sometimes you need to kind of cut it, which is one of the reasons I like using my hobby knife. They make little like tools that are supposed to be designed to do this, and they work to varying degrees of success. Some people prefer them, some people don't like them. I'm always kind of the low budget guy. I try to do everything as cheaply as possible. Now a little bit of that line we can actually make it look like the line of the leather. But some of these folds are in there in a weird way, so we need to make sure we're getting down and letting the folds where the boot itself is folded. We need to make sure those are looking okay. Well, this one's a little bit different because it is definitely it's way up and it's at a weird angle. A little bit of scraping, maybe we can get that to come off there. I think he said he was going to use this in his D&D game with his kiddos, which is pretty amazing. Well, actually, I don't know if it's with his kiddos. It might be with his friends as well. Although he may have told me, and I don't remember, because sometimes my memory isn't exactly as it doesn't run like a river in a straight line exactly. My memory is a funny thing. Sometimes I have to be reminded that I was told something, and then I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember being told that. Now that you mention it. Maybe that's everybody. I don't know. So that's fun. I can't believe we made it to 100 episodes. That's really insane. From going from a chef just a few years ago to this, it's been a wild ride. I spent a little bit too much time, I think, feeling sorry for myself, maybe. I guess you could call it healing. You could call it healing. You know, it was a little rough. It's kind of strange when you spend a lot of time trying to be one thing, and then that thing goes away, and you got to find a way to be another thing. And what's really funny is, like, originally I felt like we wanted to be an artist, like me as a person, the royal we, you know. I felt like I wanted to do art my whole life, and then I don't know, somebody along the way convinced me that I wasn't going to make any money being an artist, which is probably true, and that I should find something else to do, back up my career, so I became a chef. And then being a chef dang near killed me, and now I'm back to being an artist. It's the circle of life. So let me go get Simba and Pumbaa and all them. And was that Rafiki the monkey? I probably need to be hit on the head with that stick. Probably. Most likely. It's the circle of life. I'm a terrible singer, but I love to do it. If you know me personally, you know that's true. I have a blast singing. I'm not exactly the best singer, and I don't really care if I am or not. I just have fun singing. See if we can't pick that little bit out from around there. There we go. I'm going like way out on this little tiny free sculpture they got with their dice. It's so funny. This is for love, Dave. I love you. You're one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. I definitely wouldn't be doing this much work on anybody. I don't even know if I would do this for my own minis. They got his hair all goobered up though, like it's a mess. You almost just want to put. I almost want to just put something on it. And like give him more hair. Because that's not my hair, is it? No, it really isn't. Especially with that forehead. Look at that hairline. We're gonna, okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make just a little bit of hair. Just a little bit. And if we're gonna make it look like me, let's make it look like me, right? What is that? Beard may not be bushy enough. Do some minor adjustments to this character we got for free for fun. That's definitely hobby. That's hobby time run amok right there. I'm getting a little crazy. It's probably way too much millput, but that's okay. I make these funky shapes, and eventually I'm going to make enough of these funky shapes with all my extra millput to like do something with them. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Eventually I'm going to make a whole bunch of them, and I'm going to fill like a jar or something with them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Anyway. It's just me being weird. Alright, let's see. Look at my hair a little bit. I don't spend a lot of time looking at myself. That seems kind of vain to me. I suppose some people do. Alright. Let's see here. Little head. Bring this down. There we go. Get a little head there. Be careful. You can slice up your mat real bad doing this if you're not real careful. You want to pick that little flake up. There we go. Now he's got like a hat. You can leave him with a hat. A sombrero. No. This is totally unnecessary, and it's amazing, and I'm probably having a little too much fun here, but that's okay. Don't want to cut that much off of that back of it. Got a significant amount of hair in my back. Right here. There we go. For the few folks that have asked if I do sculpting as well, here's your answer. I can sculpt. I don't do it very often. He's trying to look. He's got a dish rag on his head. That's almost even more amazing. I don't think you can really see what I'm doing here. I'm up a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so now this is crazy. I don't know what I'm doing this for, but other than my own personal amusement, I guess that's the fun. Being on my 100th episode, I can do whatever I want, right? Isn't that how that should be? I made it to 100. I should be able to be like, I'm gonna do what I want. So when you're making hair and stuff, you gotta remember like, what's the part? Where's the part? How's the part gonna go? I'm having a little too much fun here. I really need to calm down. I am giggling way too hard at myself. I mean, I guess I probably would do this much if it were like my character in a game. If I were going to go play Dave's game, I would 100% do this to my character, just because it would make other people irritated, and then not because like that's a little bit of my shtick there. When it's game time, I as a player, I like to be a little bit of that guy that they're like, ugh, this guy, the fun kind of thing. We're like, look, he brought the coolest dice. Oh, you got the coolest minis. I like to be that guy. That's where my vanity actually is. I don't have like, I'm not vain about my appearance, but I am vain about like weird little things like that. How funny is that, huh? Hair's kind of a tricky thing to sculpt too. You really got to kind of pay attention, like I said, where your part is, which way all this hair is supposed to be going. It can get super complicated super quickly. takes a lot of focus. It's hard to talk and think and do this at the same time. So I'm sorry if I am being a little quiet here. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. I probably couldn't even see that, but that's okay. You can't really tell yet. You will be. There we go. I got it a little bit. Oh my God, it's so fun. I'll have to clean that up, but that's okay. Now he totally has my hair. That's amazing. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I'm totally gonna send this to Dave. He's gonna crack up. I'm definitely not gonna like unbuff myself though, because we all know I'm not this buff. This guy's buff. I'm not that buff. I'm gonna have to adjust the camera to get our focus right. So apologies for all the. It doesn't look quite the way I'd want it to right now on the focus. I think that's one of the advantages of making a video instead of doing this on a live. I'll be able to make all those adjustments. But anyway, that's so much fun. Alright, make sure we've got all these little... I don't like the way this hangs. Bet you we can pull that out there. Be super careful. Now when you do something like this, remember where your fingers are. Because you don't want to lose your fingers. And these little knives will definitely cut your finger off if you are not paying attention. Well, maybe not off. But it's going to be a nasty surprise. You're not going to like it. It is going to hurt, and it's going to suck. And it's going to bleed like a lot. There we go. Be very careful not to touch the head that we just worked on. There we go. I'll get that material out of there. Slowly but surely, there we go. Same thing on this side. There we go. Tighten up this little spot right here so that boot looks a little smoother. And I think we're just about ready. Okay. Now we're going to have to let that milliput set up. Work a little bit on this base part right here. Okay. There's a little bit of a mold line right here. Remember to get rid of those guys. It will definitely make it look better if you do. Even if you just give it a little bit of work, it's going to look a hell of a lot better than if you don't do anything at all. The hair's magnificent. His bush, we need a little bit of bush on each side of that beard. I know how that part looks. I gotta look at it all the time because I have to like trim it. I don't know how much we're gonna need though. It's not gonna be a lot. Not even that much. I got a way bushier beard than this guy. He looks like, I don't know, ex-military or something. He's got his beard so trimmed up. And that was just a little bit of water I put on there. And that's just to kind of help maybe make it, I need it to stick to him. And there's so little of it that you need that little bit of water just to kind of get it to stay on there. It's also going to give us just a little bit more time to work with it before it dries up, which is awesome. There we go, there's one side. Gotta get to lay down first. Doesn't always like to lay down. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's definitely much more me right there. Let's take care of this little bit of mole line we got going on right here. Pull out this strap just a little bit. Alright, there we go. Alright, everything else looks great. I'm dropping him. We didn't mess anything up, so that's okay. This part needs to probably come off, right? No, this needs to come down a little more. Yeah, there we go. Now he's looking bushier and better. Alright. Well, my back is starting to do me in, folks. And I think that is a pretty good place for us to end that, because it's going to set. We can't really do anything to it until that milliput sets up. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun with his little... We'll see if we can't. Maybe we'll just adjust this while we're sitting here looking. Okay. Let's zoom along, maybe. Take off that autofocus and maybe a zoom. Here we go. Right, there we go. Now let's apply that. Okay. Yeah. That's a whole lot better. Now we can see it a little bit better, right? Okay, so a lot of fun. We added some hair and a little bit more, bushed his beard out a little bit, which is awesome. It's going to look a lot, it's supposed to be me, so it's going to look a whole lot more like me this way. So, you know, I got bushy hair and a bushy beard. He was a little bit more, you know, like trimmed up. So anyway, that's going to be super cool. We're going to have that guy done. We'll start working on him again tomorrow. I'll come up with a paint scheme, and we'll do that. It's got to set up this milliput. This stuff takes about 3-4 hours to set up. When it's thin, it sets up faster. So it should be set enough for me to prime him tonight, and then we can just start painting on him tomorrow, which would be great. And then that way we can get to this Melania pretty quickly. I'd like to get started on that by, I don't know, Wednesday or Thursday maybe. That'd be cool. I could probably, a guy like this we can whip together pretty quick, so it shouldn't take more than a day or two to get it done. Anyway, this was awesome. I can't believe we made it to episode 100. Thank you everybody for coming to see our episode. Thanks for the folks that said hello in the chats and things like that. Really appreciate those. All those kind of things. It's fun. It's been a great adventure so far. 100 episodes. It's a funky little milestone. So when we hit a year of doing this, then it'll be the next big thing for me. Or if we can ever get to like 500 subscribers. But you know, I'm not holding my breath. It'll happen eventually, I guess. I don't worry about that stuff too much. But if you are interested in hitting like and subscribes, those things are awesome. It really helps us kind of get more people out there maybe interested in the vlog and what we're doing, and you know, get some more folks that'll come on and give us some chats and stuff like that. It's a whole lot more interesting when we got a bunch of people here talking, and you know, we can help grow a little community here, talking about painting different kinds of things and messing around with different funky little free things, and who knows. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. I had a great day. I'm gonna have a great day when I get out of here, even though it's been kind of rainy all day. It's kind of my favorite, honestly. I think that's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we're gonna talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.